Imagine waking up one day to find that everyone you know suddenly sees you as an enemy. You have not changed, yet overnight, you are no longer one of us, but one of them. It sounds unbelievable, yet history shows this happens to entire communities time and time again. Why does the human mind keep dividing the world into these two distinct categories? The answer begins long before kingdoms or nations existed, deep in our evolutionary past. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors lived in small groups where survival depended on cooperation. Food was limited, and predators were everywhere. Other groups often competed for the same resources. In that world, recognizing who belonged to your group was a matter of life and death. Humans became skilled at identifying allies, but this ability also made us wary of outsiders. Psychologists call this in-group and out-group thinking, a natural tendency to form shared identities. Whether through family, language, or beliefs, we naturally gravitate toward those who are like us. Research shows that once we identify with a group, we begin to favor our own members. This does not mean conflict is inevitable, but it explains how divisions emerge so quickly. The minimal group paradigm experiments proved that people show favoritism even in randomly assigned groups. The categories were meaningless, yet the feeling of us versus them still appeared instantly. If small differences shape behavior, imagine what happens when fear and uncertainty enter the picture. History provides many examples of how shared identity can be used to unite or divide. The Roman Empire used symbols and ceremonies to build loyalty while portraying outsiders as threats. Defining who belonged to the empire also meant clearly defining who did not belong. Centuries later, during the witch hunts, fear spread through communities like a wildfire. Poor harvests and disease created anxiety, and suspicion became contagious among ordinary neighbors. Many accusations were fueled by deep-seated fear rather than any actual evidence of wrongdoing. While historical events are complex, psychology explains why group pressure spreads so rapidly. Leaders have often strengthened group identity by emphasizing a common enemy to the people. Propaganda relies on simple stories that separate the world into heroes and villains. These strategies are powerful because they appeal to our emotions before our reason. Fear captures our attention, while belonging offers us a sense of comfort and safety. Together, these feelings influence how we interpret the events happening all around us. This is not just a story about the past. It is a story about today. Groups now form around politics, sports, or even online communities and social identities. Social media amplifies these disagreements, rewarding outrage and making divisions feel much larger. The technology is new, but the underlying human psychology remains exactly the same. Recognizing these patterns gives us a unique opportunity to change our future path. Understanding how our minds categorize people helps us question our immediate reactions. We can choose to pause before assuming someone is an enemy based on their perspective. History does not suggest that conflict is unavoidable. It reminds us of our choices. The choices we make, both individually and collectively, shape the world we live in. The greatest civilizations rose through cooperation, not through division and fear. Many of history's darkest moments began when fear replaced our capacity for understanding. The most important lesson is not that humans create enemies, but that we can choose. We have the capacity to question those divisions and see the human behind the label. History leaves behind more than just ruins. It leaves behind clear patterns for us. If we are willing to recognize these patterns, we might avoid repeating them. In our next episode, we will explore how fear transformed villages into places of suspicion. We will uncover the psychology behind the witch hunts and the power of mass hysteria. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden patterns of history, consider subscribing today. Join us for the next chapter as we continue to explore the human experience. Until then, remember that history leaves clues and human nature leaves patterns. The question remains for all of us: will we recognize them before it is too late? Every day, we make choices about who we trust and who we exclude from our circles. By being aware of our biases, we can build bridges instead of walls. It starts with a single conversation and a willingness to listen to others. Let us strive to look beyond the labels that divide our modern society. Together, we can create a future defined by empathy rather than by fear. The path forward is paved with the wisdom we gain from our past mistakes. Stay curious, stay critical, and keep questioning the narratives that surround you. Thank you for joining us on this investigation into the heart of human nature. We look forward to seeing you in the next installment of our series. History is a mirror reflecting our own potential for both greatness and destruction. Choose wisely, for the patterns of the past are the foundation of our future.